Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dragon's Dogma. It is the middle of the night. I should probably actually equip a lantern. Fuelless lantern. No, thank you. We'll use the other one. You know what? Sorry. Easily distracted. Probably shouldn't have started yet. Probably should have done this first. That's okay. Welcome back to Dragon's Dogma. It's been a little while, and for that, I apologize. I just happened to get really busy with work and other things, and, you know, I'm back.
Not even
I really want to get through a full week of getting this up. Anyway, it's been a little while, and I don't really remember what's going on, but we're going to be killing lots of goblins and things. I rested until it's nighttime. I think last time I did Bitter Black Isle things.
did it!
Well, did Bitter Black Isle things
This
is...
looks interesting. Stay wary at the water's edge.
That's generous. I went into Bitter Black Isle and had my butt kicked when I hear wolves.
Then strike. Fools, let them back! Moving to fire!
Okay. No more
We have
wolves.
triumphed.
Wolves have been dealt with. Yeah, so I remember doing Bitter Black Isle. I remember doing
Careful! A goblin!
the quest where we went and visited Celine, and she was just kind of weird, like, oh, you're after the witch. That was my grandmother. Sorry. And then she just kind of stared at us, and I don't know. I don't know. I think we're gonna go do Mercedes' quest. Actually, I take that back. There are two things that I want to do right now. One is check Case's status. He is a Scather and then a Challenger. I want to change his
Some new roads.
pawn inclinations.
Well
And
studied.
honestly, like the potions to do that cost rift crystals, so if your pawn's not being used, then maybe that's bad, but we have plenty of rift crystals. You're not the right person. This guy right here.
If you would trade,
Old
choose as you
Jonathan.
will.
So I want my pawn to be a bit of a medicant and a lot of a utilitarian.
Choose as you.
So we're going to use those right now. Inventory. I'm doing this on camera once. As we play through the game, I'm probably going to have to do this every now and then to like maintain my pawn's inclination. I'm not going to do that on camera unless I forget to do it off camera, but yeah, so see this now. Pawn's inclination has been changed. One medicant, two utilitarian. So hopefully his status Scather. Still. Jeez, he had a lot of Scather. Holy crap. That's kind of incredible. I probably should have bought the, I think there's one that, like, resets your pawn. Maybe? No? Bad? No? Don't want. Okay, anyway. I'll point out... we'll run through these real quick. You know what? Why not? We're just kind of all over the place here. I'm not going to accomplish much in this video anyway, so we'll just go through the inclinations. Inquisitor, your pawn will hunt for items rather than fight. Not good. Your pawn for Pioneer will, they'll always go try to, like, explore and, like, move ahead of you and find new areas and stuff, which means that instead of fighting, they'll go off and explore. Not very good. Nexus, your pawn will only attack any enemy that attacks one of your other pawns. Pretty bad. I don't like that one. It's pretty bad. Guardian, your pawn will only attack things if they attack me, the player, first. Also, pretty bad. Really bad, actually. Really awful. A lot of Guardian pawns out there are just, like, it's really, really common and really, really useless. Utilitarian is really good, though. So your pawn will do benefit-y sort of things. So buffs, curing status ailments, putting debuffs on enemies, you know, blinding them, silencing them, that sort of thing. Pretty good. I like it. And that's what I'm shooting for with my pawn right now, so we'll do that. Challenger. They will go after ranged or magic-wielding enemies. So, like archers and things, your pawn will target them first. Actually really good. I like to always have one pawn who goes after ranged enemies first, like that. That's really good in my opinion. Mitigator, they will take out the weakest enemy first, so whatever is just, you know, lowest level enemy or whoever has the least HP. Good for like an archer or something to just kind of, or a mage, just like pick off the weakest enemies in a group. Really good. I've already talked about that one. Medicant, seems kind of obvious, will restore health and cure status ailments and whatnot as much as possible. And then Scather is just attack the biggest, strongest, scariest looking thing that you see.
Choose as you will.
So, I'm just gonna hit the wrong button every time. Every time. Where? So that should hopefully overwrite Scather. Oh my gosh, what are the controls for this game? I'm really hoping... Still Scather's a primary. Holy crap. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll come back and deal with that later. I think I know how to fix it, but
a new pawn to this world.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, let's go out on this side. We've been over here briefly. We killed a Cyclops. And
Built to keep out goblins, I should think.
that's kind of it. So we're going to wander along this road at nighttime, and we should
This encampment serves as a fine bulwark
probably
against monsters.
encounter scary things. Ooh, and money. Money is the opposite of scary things. Money is great. So to the left there is how we get to the forest.
Let's be doubly sure of which will see us to
This
our
path leads
destination.
to like the wolves and the rocks rolling down and the bandits and all that stuff. We haven't been this way yet though, so we're going to do this. The game, I left the tutorial messages on just
They're armed, Master.
because I don't know. They're really obnoxious. The game assumes that you don't know anything at all. Alright, killed the mage. These bandits can be really tough. It's the those guys with the two-handed weapons that you gotta worry about. Fighters, because they do crap like that.
My
In quick
support.
succession.
Attack
Oh my
once I
gosh.
blinded them. They hold the advantage.
Closed after a
Oh,
grand
that was awesome. Look at that. Wreck that guy. Alright, I'm gonna join the fray here. These guys also just have, I don't know what the equivalent in this game is, but like in Dark Souls it would be poise. They're really tough to knock down. They're really, really sturdy. Yeah, these bandits actually aren't too awful, but I'm not very high level, and we're not like super well prepared.
They're left exposed.
They still have another archer, don't they? Oh my gosh, he has to restore all his HP. That's
for
obnoxious.
their magic.
Okay, they have a mage here who's still restoring HP and stuff. Oh, and there's more down there.
Leave it to me.
So, while we're on the subject of pawn inclinations, which we're not actually really on the subject of, but now is as good a time as any to continue talking about them. If you do things in the game, I've mentioned you'll influence your pawn's inclinations. Like, for example, we're still in combat. There are still things around here attacking us and enemies, and my people are attacking them. As I'm picking up these coin pouches that were dropped by the enemies, every time I do that, it's a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit in favor of the item gathering inclination, the Inquisitor or whatever. If I tell my pawns, like, hey,
On my way.
go kill a thing,
Can't stand much more of this.
that'll push them towards Pioneer or something. If I tell them, hey, come back here and
on my
protect
way.
me, that will push my pawn more towards the Guardian inclination. So, like, there are things like that, and I'm not going to go through all the different ways to tweak your pawn's inclination, but those are things that I am mostly aware of, and I'm mostly trying to manage without it being like super obvious or without it like really impacting the game. I mean,
provided we sort out the shallow slopes.
ooh,
That one!
Armed rogues!
they're up. Oh, they're gonna be up
A
here.
large tree.
Yeah, so that's just stuff that I keep in mind while I'm playing here, and
Quick succession!
it does slowly influence your pawn's inclination. Like, not a ton, but if I am constantly picking up every item that every enemy I kill drops in combat, that is very much going to push my pawn towards
What's it to
the
be?
item acquisitor inclination, and I don't want that. So, there we go. Done with inclinations for today.
Succession!
That's the end of that story. I realized I haven't actually used my new combo yet, which is this.
The electric stones after a grand strike!
Whereas my regular combo is just that, without the like giant overhead slam. And with fewer hits, too.
A spell of darkness will
Enter
blind
after
them!
they strike!
Did it!
'Tis a steep grade. Doubly so with autumn.
So we need to go up, but I'm gonna go this way first because I like being contrary.
I'll support you. Let's circle around the back! Did it!
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
I'm still trying to figure out, like in my head, I'm trying to plan out what I want my pawns to be, kind of, for the rest of the game. I'm torn between...
For an opening.
Okay, here are my thoughts. I like having some sort of healer, which I think Case is going to be. I like having some sort of ranged attacker. Usually, you know, a sorcerer or an offensive mage, something along those lines. And I like having melee characters. Usually I like to have 2 melee characters to keep my, like having 2 sort of behind the lines people and 2 frontline people. That's just kind of how I like to organize my party in general, usually. And for the sake of wanting to do something different, I don't know if I want to be like me as the only frontline person and then 3 ranged, or like if I have a strider or a ranger, which is whoever my archer is right now, December,
Hit them swinging blindly!
they can be like, the striders and rangers can be ranged with the bow and arrow, but they can also use daggers for close quarters, which are like really nice. I really like that. So I don't know if I want one of those that is mostly ranged but can be close quarters, or if I want to just replace them flat out with an actual
Fire!
melee character like myself.
Did it!
So that's one question. And then the other question is, do I want to have an offensive mage and a defensive mage? And maybe an archer? Or do I just want to go like all in on the physical, non-magical attacks? Like have a magic healer, maybe have a melee character like myself, complementing my own character, and then have an archer as my main ranged attacker? I don't know. It's an idea. It's an idea. It would be different.
There may be
It would be
monsters.
very different.
Fire and change the wolves.
I like that Case. Okay. I don't like that he's still a skater, but I do like that he is at least
You've my support. Fire!
a utilitarian for now, so he's way more willing to buff me before the fight ends. Where previously he wasn't buffing any of us until after the fight was already over.
Fire!
So we're making a little bit of progress here. Ooh, oh my gosh, there's still more wolves.
Fire! Lend thy kiss!
It flees!
Fire works well! Strength in numbers, Arisen.
We have triumphed.
Oh my gosh, more bandits. And yes, I am just kind of like chasing after all of the nasty things that he can attack here. Oh my gosh. That's bad. I don't want to die. We will drink our white wine. Wine known for its curative properties. Oh my gosh. That enemy archer is vicious.
What a cat! Take care, you are soaked in water!
It's weak to fire!
Oh, crap. One of my pawns actually, like, died. Maybe?
It's like the open space.
It only gets tougher.
Oh yeah, somebody got knocked off the cliff. They're actually dead. Holy crap. These guys are brutal. We combine these with S1. Okay, so we made a red wine, which is really good HP recovery. The sour meat is really good stamina recovery. I'm going to eat it just because I don't want to let it rot, but that'll also help a lot. This is rough. This is a bad fight.
They should change the stakes.
Okay.
I'll blind them!
Oh my gosh. Between the wolves and the bandits, we're in a lot of trouble here. These archers are like really screwing us up. And I think we just lost both of our support pawns, by the way. Alright, we killed one. Yeah, it's me and Case and nothing else. Holy crap. This is awful. I was not prepared for this turn of events. This is awesome.
They're left exposed after a grand...
Oh my gosh. You guys are just ruining me. Yeah, red wine, I guess. So normally, as you've seen in one of my previous videos, or probably a couple of my previous videos, usually when your pawns die, especially like your support pawns, or not especially your support pawns, when any of your pawns die, they can be revived. But that doesn't apply if, like,
You've my support.
they get knocked off a cliff.
A spell of darkness will blind them!
So I'm assuming that that's what happened to my own support pawns. Like, that they just got knocked off the cliff and died. It was probably those damn archers. They probably, like how they kept shooting me and knocking me back. That's probably what happened to my other pawns. So I'm really sad because that means I can't actually, like, rank the pawns and give them a gift and send them on their way.
Armed bandits Arisen.
So that's a bummer. This is quite a bummer.
Keep moving.
I'm gonna have to go get some pawns. Shield. Thank you. There we go. I'm awful at timing parries and things with the shield, so I'm not even going to worry about that. That is a thing you can do. If you parry attacks, there are like some counterattacks and things that you can do. I think with the magic
Leave it to me.
archer. And I think you can learn counterattacks with whatever I am right now, the fighter. Or the warrior, or whatever. Whatever I am. What am I? Which is which? What am I? I'm a fighter now. I think warrior is the one that wields the two-handed weapons
Anytime.
without a shield. Okay, tell you what. We almost made progress,
Perhaps we'll find ore among the crags that litter this place.
We need but take this.
but I'm going to back off because I'm a
Grand
wimp.
sword.
The road splits here. Let's be doubly sure of which will see us to our destination. Nature is unbridled here. It is quite a pleasant
So
corner.
here's the
This
plan.
encampment serves as a fine bulwark against monsters.
I'm running away like a wimp. This is going to be a short video. I am going to summon 2 new pawns, which will be... Oh, I hate going through and trying to find actual good pawns. But I'm going to do that. And then next time we'll go do what I was trying to do, which is our only story quest we have right now. Regroup with Sir Mercedes. So we chopped off the Hydra head a while ago, and we're going to take it and present it to the Duke as a gift. And so we're going to escort the Hydra head on a cart to the main city. And that's what we're gonna hopefully do next time. Hopefully my pawns don't just get like murdered. I shouldn't have gone out at night, but I did.
Touch a
I did.
rift stone,
I
and you
did.
can guide a new
Oh, you
pawn
know
to
what?
this
We should
world.
also check for like abilities
What
to
will it
buy.
be today?
Eventually, I'm going to want to swap over to one of the other classes, and I'm probably going to want to do that sooner rather than later. I don't know. Shield abilities, I don't really use my shield offensively or at all. Takedown's not bad. Deflect might not be bad. I really want some better augments, though. So we'll load up on those. And you know what? I'll get takedown because it's not bad. It's not great, but it is a core ability. And then we picked up a new augment, so having more health, yeah, and halves the stamina when you're grappling enemies, or when you lift objects. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not super great, but we don't have anything else, so it is literally better than not having it there. Fire boon, thunder boon. Do you have any augments? You don't.
What will it be
might be
today?
worth. Whoops. Ah. Station. I've already gone through all these before, I know, but yeah. We don't really have to worry about different status effects yet. Those will become a big problem later. They're not a huge problem. Poison is the biggest problem, I think. The other ones aren't awful, or they're at least manageable. Having extra elements, though, as options is never a bad idea. And honestly, I just kind of want you to have everything. So let's just upgrade everything that we can. Yeah, that's fine. And eventually I'm going to want to get all the augments for case, purely because they're all augments, and they're all pretty good. So let's give you Holy Boon as well. And we'll go with High Frazzle and Blearing. So you have one attack, a debuff, a heal, and then 3 elemental. 3 elemental buff.
What will it be
abilities.
today? Have your pick. Come again.
So I'm fine with that. And then I'm gonna get us a bunch of pawns. So thank you for joining me on this kind of short video. Hopefully we're more
Strange power
successful
emanates
next
from
time. Oh, and
within.
I'm also gonna have to like,
Flying monsters plague the path to Grand
yes,
Soren.
I know, fully aware. I'm also gonna have to actually rest and restore my max health
Within this
because
tent
that's
sits a rift stone.
a bit of a problem. Also, I had one thing I wanted to check real quick.
I am now. Let us talk.
I could maybe get better gear,
No,
but I'm not going to worry
right.
about that until we get to Grand Soren. Yeah, sounds good. All right, thank you for joining me, and may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.